Good evening. In previous session, we have seen about print statement and its arguments. So, and also we have seen about eval function. So today we are going to see one more function to make our print statement to be appeared, what we can say, easy to understand, or we want to, if you want to see it like attractive, if you want to see output as attractive, so I can also use a function called as format function. Okay, so function name is format. So today I'm going to explain about this format function. After completing this one, I will explain about command line arguments. Command line arguments. Right. So first is what? Format. Okay, I will take some example for this one. Right. So first I want to show you how it is going to work. So format is a function name. So I'm going to consider some variables with some data. For example, I'm going to take name, same salary, for example. Okay, and I also want to take some address, for example. So now I want to print this one by using a print statement. So by using a format function. So what print statement I have to take? In this, first one is what? Name. So I want to write name is. Here name is present in where? Inside a variable called as name. But here I will take some brackets here, open bracket, close bracket, flower brackets. Next, and I want to print my salary also. So right, just I will write salary. Salary is. Okay, salary is. Again I will write flower brackets open and close. In the same way, last one, that is what? Address. So address is, open bracket, close bracket. Now here you have to identify what? Three flower brackets I have opened and closed. So these three flower brackets will, what about these three flower brackets? That is going to be written inside a format function. So format. So how many flower brackets I have written in my program? 1, 2 and 3. Okay, so I'm using what? Dot format. Here I'm not going to write any comma. You have to observe this one. Here I'm going to write what? Dot format. First one is what? For first brackets I have written for what? Name. So just here I have to write what? Name. Next, second brackets is for what? Salary is. Where salary is stored? In SAL. So I have to write what? SAL. Next, third bracket is what? Address is. Where address is stored? In a variable called as address. Okay, now see, if I execute this program, it is going to print what? Name is Shiva, salary is 50,000, address is Hyderabad. Okay, let us try it. So you can observe here, what is the output? Name is Shiva, salary is 50,000, address is Hyderabad. Okay, right, this is about format function. And also we can pass some parameters for this one, or directly inside this flower brackets I can also write some values. So I will show you about those parameters. So for example, here I will write 0, and here I will write 1, like indexes. 0, 1, and last one is what? Here I will write 2. Now what happens? Whatever the value here I have written will be considered as 0th parameter. So name will be printed here. Next, salary will be considered as first parameter, that is index as 1. It will be taken inside this 1. And this one is what? Address as 2. So let us see what is going to be printed. Same output will be printed. See, same output. But now I want to change the values here. Let us consider, here I will write 1, and here I am going to write 0, and here I am going to write 2, for example. Now what happens? 1 means what? Here I am having salary. 0 means what? I am having name. 2 means what? I am having address. So what is going to print? Name is 50,000. Why here it is printed as 50,000? Reason is index. That is what? This is 0, 1, 2. So 1 I have written here. That means here whatever the value that is present inside SAL will be printed here. Okay, we can write here anywhere. We can write anywhere here. Let us consider, I don't want to take in this way. Let us take here this one, this name in the last location, for example, in the last location. Okay, now see, first, this is at 0th location, first location, second location, but I want to print name as a name in a first location. That means what? In first. So but it is in which location here? Second location, 0 1 2, second index. So what I have to write here? 2. Where is salary in first? That is what? In first index, there is nothing but 0th index. Next one, address is, where is address? In first index. So I have to write what? 1. So same output will be generated here. Name is Shiva, salary is 50,000, address is Hyderabad. Okay, this is second way. Next, third way is, I can also use directly values. I don't want to take all these things here. For example, I don't want to take these parameters, sorry, these variables here. So I'm not going to take these variables here. So directly I want to take values also here itself. Otherwise, okay, let us take here and initialize those values. I will show you once. Okay, see here, how many variables we are having here? 3 we are having. So just I want to write what? Here I will write, for example, A. I will take, for example, I'm going to take A, B, C. Generally, if I write A, B, C, what is meant by A, B, C? We don't know. So that we have to specify that A equal to, and next one is what? B equal to, and next one is what? C equal to. Now, if I write C equal to this one, name, where C is printing in the place of address. So for name, what I have to write? A. So here what I have to write? A equal to. Next for B, okay, this one is what? C. You have to observe clearly. It is not compulsory to write in sequence. No problem. We can write anywhere. But whatever the value we want to print, that has to be written here. So in the name, I have to print what? My name. Where is my name? In the variable called as name. So that A is going to be, in A, I'm going to place name. So that inside a name, what we are having? Shiva we are having. That Shiva is going to be placed in A. And here that value is going to be printed in the same way B and C. So let us see how the output is going to be printed. Same way, name is Shiva, salary is Hyderabad, and address is 50,000, for example. If I take here A, B, and C, what happens? Same. Where A is there, here A is there. In A, what I am placing? Salary. So here name is some 50,000 will be printed, and in B, Hyderabad will be printed instead of salary. What it is printed? Hyderabad is going to printed instead of address. My name is going to be printed. So we can write anyway, no problem. It's our wish. We can modify this based on our requirement. Now, this is about format function. Now I want to take one more example. I don't want to take these values here, for example. Directly, I want to take the values inside the format function. Then what I have to do means, let us take here ABC is there. Okay. One way. First way I'm telling, here A is what? For example, I'm taking Shiva in A. B is what? Salary I have to take. So here also I can take. Okay. In C, I have to take what? Address. For example, Hyderabad. So if I save and execute this one, whatever the output we have seen, 1 minute. Here we are getting some syntax error. Let us see what happens here once. End of line while parsing. Okay, 1 minute. So here our program name is first.python. So here it will give you direct address. 1 minute. Python no such file or directory in desktop. 1 minute. So this is what? First.py. Okay, sorry. First I have written Python. Okay, right. Now see here, it is telling some two more single quotes are involved here. 1 minute. Where it is address equal to Hyderabad. In address equal to Hyderabad. Okay, here it is saying some. So this is for format and this is for print. Okay. let us take direct values without initializing here. Let us see here. Okay, this is one way. I will remove these names and directly I will take. So this is at which index? 0th index. This is first index, and this is what in second index. So just I will place indexes. 0. Here it is what? 1. And here it is 2. Now I will try this one. Again, it is showing some.
Sir, comment problem.
Yes?
Comment.
Okay, okay. Okay, okay. Right. Okay, we got it. Name is Shiva, salary is 50,000, address is Hyderabad. So once again, we will see before case also. That is nothing but A equal to Shiva, and next some B equal to this one, and C equal to Hyderabad, for example. So what we can place direct values here. We have seen what now? In this case, what we have seen? Direct values I have taken, and I have written what? Indexes I have written here, 0, 1, 2, without taking any variables here. Now, if I want to do, for example, I am going to initiate someone. This is what name equal to, in the same way, sal equal to, in the same way here, address equal to. Okay. Now I will place the same thing here. Here what I want to get here, address. In the same way, in one what I have to get, salary. Sorry, that is what SAL in SAL. Here this one is what, name. So if I take in this way, we are going to get what, same output. So in these many ways we can use format functions. We also have different one more way. So I will show you that now. Right. Now here I am going to consider, like we can call it as a keyword arguments. That is, okay, already we have, this is called as keyword arguments. What we are going to do here, just I am going to write name here, so that whatever the value we are going to pass in the format function for that name, that is going to be printed in name. In the same way for salary, and last one is what, for address also. So these are the ways we can use the format in our print function. Okay, right. Now let us see about command line arguments. Okay, so first we have to understand what is meant by command line argument. So what is meant by, first we have to think about what is meant by command line. So command line is nothing but, if you are going to consider command prompt, why it is called as a command prompt? Reason is, in that we are going to type commands. So that one is called as what? Command prompt. So what is meant by command line? Wherever we are going to type the commands. So that is called as what? Command line. So now I will show you one command line, and I want to give the inputs from the command line now. So till now you can observe what we have given, two ways. We have given inputs in two ways. So first way is what? Directly we are going to, in program itself, for example, A equal to 20. In this way, I have given inputs for the programs, that equal B equal to 30. After that, what I am going to perform? Some operation I am going to perform. This is one way. Okay. Another way is what? A equal to some int of input of, for example, enter A value, for example, A value. Okay, next, same value here I am going to consider what, for B, same thing, enter B value here I am going to consider. Okay, but here what happened? Here we are going to take, okay, here I am going to consider values from keyboard. This is from what? Keyboard. This is what, before going to start the program. Before starting the program itself, while writing the program, we are going to use this style, this type. So while reading, that means what? After executing, while executing, this is what? While executing. Okay, that means it is in running, while running. Now the concept is what? Command line arguments. That means command line arguments. This is in between both. That means it is not in while executing, it is not before starting the program. So after writing the program, before executing, that means what? Before executing means what? We have, for execution, we are going to write what? Python space, for example, some program name dot py. So from here, I want to give the inputs for the program. So one thing you have to understand, here in the program, I have given the inputs. Here while executing by using the keyboard, I have given the inputs. Same here also, before executing, okay, that means here I will write whatever the inputs I require, I will write here. For example, 10, 20, I require the values, so that I have written here, and I will press enter here. So automatically you are going to get some result. So let us see with examples. Okay, now here if you are going to consider on small, this is a command line, whatever you are seeing is a command line. From here, while executing a program, I want to give some inputs to my program. Those are called as what? Command line arguments. So first thing you have to observe is, so if you are going to give one minute, okay, if you are going to give the value here in this case, so in this case what happens? 20 is going to be stored in A, some location is there. In the same way, 30 is going to be stored in B. In the same case here, whenever you are going to give the value from the keyboard, that is stored in A, here also B, second value will be stored in B. Now the concept is, if you are going to give directly the inputs from the while before executing the program from the command line, where these values are going to be stored. See here, once again I'm repeating, here 20 is going to be stored in A, 30 is going to be stored in B. In the same way, if you want to take dynamical input from the keyboard, then that value will be taken here and it will be stored into A in this case, and here it will be stored in B. Then what about this command line arguments? Here I am not going to say A equal to 10 or B equal to 20. Then where this 10 and 20 are going to be stored? Okay, let us see. First point, in this command line arguments, first you have to understand is, whatever the values you are passing from the command line to your program, that will be stored in ARGV. So what is this? Let us see later. Okay, in ARGV, okay, it is a list. It is what? It is a list. Okay, why we are going to use ARGV? ARGV is a list which is present in, 1 minute, ARGV is present in a module called as SYS, is present in a module called SYS. Okay, so here you have to understand two things if you are going for command line arguments. One is what? ARGV. ARGV is for what? If you are going to pass any inputs from your command line or any arguments from the command line to your program, who is going to store that arguments means, okay, 1 minute. Okay, let us see. I will show you that one also. Can we take ARGS or not? Here we are because ARGV is what? Inbuilt one. Here ARGS is not an inbuilt one. Okay, compulsory here we have to take ARGV only, because here by default it is not going to be stored in anywhere. But if you are going to consider like Java, there we are having ARGS. There we are going to take, for example, so it is our own in our Java. So see here in Java, what we are going to take? Public static void main, for example. There in bracket we are going to write some string ARGs. Here ARGs are some X or some Y, we can write any name here. So whatever the arguments we are passing from command line in Java, those are going to be stored in where? They are going to be stored in, 1 minute, they are going to be stored in ARGS or some array here. Okay, it is defined by us, but here we are not going to define argv. It is present in sys, and I am using that argv. So if you are going to import that one, automatically whenever you are going to take some command line arguments, it will store that. Okay, now I will take one small example. Okay, okay, now see, small example I am going to consider. Where is our argv? It is present inside a module called as sys. So from sys, see here, if I am going to write some statements like this, just you can observe the statement, what like a English statement. It is easy to understand. From sys, that means what? From sys module, I want to import argv. That means what? I want argv from where? From sys. This is the meaning of this statement. Now I want to see first type of that argv. argv. Okay, right. Now see here, I'm going to execute this one. So you can see what it is, which type? It is list type. So you can observe here clearly, it is which type? List type. So argv is list type, which is present in sys module. Now I'm going to consider, I want to take some command line arguments from command line by using this argv. First I want to print what is present in argv, for example. So what it is going to print, let us see before going to store the values. So see, it is going to print the address, some address. Okay, now that means some command line, it is going to print the address where my file is going to present. Now see here, I want to take what? Command line arguments. So first I will take command line arguments here. So I want to print, if I want to print the elements of a list, I can use a what? For loop, for example. Otherwise I can use what? For example, I can use a slice operator. From one, I want to print remaining all items. So already you know about this one. What is the meaning of this one? Begin and end, I am not going to place any value. If I am not going to place any value for the end, it is going to take until end, last value. Okay, 1 minute. Okay, right. Now see here, I am going to print what? 1 to last value. So I will take the command line arguments. So when I want to take, while executing the program, before executing the program, after typing the statement, I will take some values 10, 20, 30. So if I press enter, what should be my output? It should be 10, 20 and 30. So see what it is, 10, 20 and 30. So first point you have to understand is, if I want to take command line arguments, it has to be taken in this way by having spaces in between the values. Why spaces? Default separator for command line argument is space. First point. Okay, next, second point is, all the elements what I am passing from here will be stored in argv. Okay, so how many values I have passed here? Three values I have passed. One is 10, 20, 30. So first it is going to be stored in argv. So 10, 20, 30. So from 1 to last, that means what? All elements will be printed. Sir, why you are not taking 0 here? So I will explain that one. Okay, so here whatever the values we are passed here, that values are printed. So one point is what? Here it is taking in the form of what? String. That means what? By default. So every point I will write here so that you will get a clarity. So first one is what? argv is present in a module called as sys module. We have seen it. Next one, separator is what? Separator for command line arguments. command line arguments is space. Okay, we have seen that. Next one. So all the values will be stored in argv in the list. Okay, all by default, all command line arguments are string type. By default, all command line arguments are strings, str type, otherwise str type. This is second point. Now third point is why I am not going to take 0. So by default, first argument of the that I am not going to take 0. Now I will take 0. That means what? See here, observe here carefully. So this is the statement I am going to print, so that I am going to execute. So here three values are taken as a command line arguments. So this first dot py will be considered as 0th argument. This one will be considered as first argument, second argument, and third argument. The same thing we can observe in C language also. But in Java, from here it will be considered. But in C language, from it will consider the file name also. In the same way in Python also, this file name will act as a first parameter. Next, this one has second parameter, this one has third parameter, and this one has fourth parameter. But indexes are what? 0th index, first index, second index, and third index. So now I want to print from 0th location. So you can observe the file name also here. Okay, 0th, from 0th index I am going to print. So what happens? 1 minute. Just I have print 0 to all. I have not passed anything. 1 minute. Okay. Okay. See, if I execute this one, what happens? It will print me all the. See, first argument is what? First dot py. Next one, what? Whatever we are going to pass as a command line arguments, the values are going to be printed, but in the form of what? In the form of strings only. If you want to convert it into integer, we can convert. No problem. We know how to convert these strings into integer. But main things we have to observe is what? Argv is a list. Okay. First argument for argv is what? File name. Okay. Now I'm going to write a small program to demonstrate about these command line arguments. Okay, right. So that you will get a clarity on these command line arguments. Okay, I'm commenting this one. Now I want to start a new program. Right. I am going to take command line arguments and I want to perform the sum of the numbers. Whatever the arguments I am going to take from the, what can I say, command line, I want to perform the sum of those numbers. So I will write a small program for that. So compulsory we are taking the inputs from where? Command line. So that I have to import what? From sys import what? Import argv. This is the first statement we have to write. So I'm going to take how many from where? Command line argument for performing what? Sum. So initially, for example, I'm going to take some variable called as sum equal to 0. After that, from the command line argument, the arguments has to be considered from where? From first parameter, not from 0th index. From first index I have to consider. So that what I have to do? argv. So I want to take the arguments into some args, or for I am going to consider args. This is for example, you can take any value here, just it is a name. So argv 1 colon space. That means what? All the values what I have given will be taken into args. For example, in this case, what happens? 10, 20, 30 I have taken. So 10, 20, 30 will be present in args. In which form? In by default string form. But now I want to convert that into int type. So for I want to do first, I want to convert it into a integer. So first I'm going to convert the values into integer. That I have written this statement. After converting into integer, what I have to do? I want to perform this sum. So sum equal to sum plus n. Already we know this is a small program in other languages also. If you are unable to understand this one, I will explain. I will explain. Okay, see here. So what I am going to do? Here I am going to take, first one is what? I am going to take one variable which is a sum. Okay. Sum plus n. So I will explain briefly about this program. So what happens here? Let us consider my program is, I am executing my program, Python space some first dot py. While executing I have taken 10, 20, 30. So these all values will be stored in where? ARGS. So in ARGS what we are having? Three values. Four values. That is what? My file name also will be there here. Okay. So 10, 20 and 30 will be there. But in which form? In string form. I am not going to consider here the first name, because what? It is going to take from first. That means in ARGS this will not be there. Okay, in ARG it will be there, but I am storing in ARGS which values I am storing? From 1 to, that means this is 0, 1, 2, 3. 1 to last value I am going to store. That means in ARGS we are going to have only 10, 20, 30 in the form of string. Now see, from ARGS, first time what I am going to take? First value, that is what? 10. So X is having what? Sorry, here I have to take 0, 1, 2. Okay, right. Now ARGS first value is what? X is what? String 10. Now what happens here? I'm converting this string into int. That is what? 10. So 10 is going to be stored in n now. N equal to 10 now. So sum equal to sum plus n. Sum value is what? 0. 0 plus 10 is what? 10. Now sum contains what? 10. You have to understand this one. Completed. First step. Next step. ARGS. What is the second value? 20. Now x contains what? 20. Now int of x. So n contains what? Int of x means what? 20 will be string will be converted into n contains what now? 20. Now what happens? Sum plus n. N contains what? 20 here. So sum contains what? Already 10 it is going to contain. 10 plus 20, that is what? 30. Again it is going to be stored in sum. So 30. And next value I am same, in the same way I am going to perform 30 plus 30. That is what? 60. So I want to print this one. So print of sum I am going to write. Just here you have to understand how we are going to take the values, and if you want to convert it into integers, how we have to perform. I want to take print sum is, where I'm going to store sum? In sum. Okay, right. This is the program. So whatever the values you want to take, you can take here. 1 minute. Sorry. If I execute this program, what happens? There is nothing. I have not taken ARGV, so that I am not going to pass any values. Without passing these values, I will take. What happens? Sum is 0. Reason is what? I have not passed any values. Command lines I have not passed here. So nothing is going to be performed. So that I have to pass some values here. For example, 1 space, 2 space, 3 space, 4 space, 5. I want to sum all these numbers. So if I press enter, automatically we are going to get the output as 15. So 5 plus 4, 9, 12, 14, 15. Yes. In this way, I am going to perform. Sorry, I can read the values from the command line. This is a small program to show you that what we can say, how to read the values. Okay. Now I will show you not only one type. If you take any type, for example, here I am going to take, sorry, here if I'm going to take one small program, that is just for sys import ARGV. So I want to show you what? I want to show you everything is nothing but a list. Sorry, everything is nothing but a string. So for example, sir, I want to find the length of a string, for example. So what I have to do? So just I will print 1 minute. For x, I will take here argv of 1 to 1 colon up to n. I want to print the length of the x. So print of, that means what? I want to find how many arguments are there. Okay. So print of okay, length of arguments or argv is only arguments I am taking, so that I have taken from where to where, 1 to last. Is we have to use a function called as len. Length of what I have to find? X. Okay, length of x I have to find, so that it will give me what? Length of the command line arguments, whatever we have taken. Now I want to print them. For I will take some I in x. From x I am going to take, just I want to print what? Print. Every time I want to print what? Print I. That's it. Now if I execute this program, we are going to get what? Length of the x, and whatever the values we are going to take from the command line, those will be taken. So for now, till now I have taken only integers. Now I will take different values. That means what? Different types. First I will take int type. Next I will take some float type. Next I want to take some string type, for example. Next I want to take some complex type, 20 plus 30j. Okay. And is there any type to be taken? Okay, boolean type also I will take, for example. So these are the basic types, so that I have taken these 5 basic types. Now let us see all these are going to be stored in which form. So here, sorry, I have tried a comma here. Okay, right. So same thing I will execute. So what we are going to get? 10, 12.5, Shiva, 20 plus 30j, and true. Why it is going to printed line wise? Reason is I have written inside a for loop. So for every print, it will go to new line. Sir, I don't want this one, sir. Directly print the values in list. For example, in the form of list, if you want to see where the values are present inside a x. So that just I will print x. Sorry, x of from where to where I want to print 1 to last. Okay. Otherwise, if you print, no problem. So let us see. Oh, sorry. Here I want to show, I have to take command line arguments. Same thing I will take. So what happens here now? So all the parameters are in the form of what? Strings. You can observe clearly here. Okay, right. So already we know what is the separator for this one. That is what? Space by default separator for command line arguments. Now I want to show you about single argument. Okay, here I have taken what? Every time I am going to take from 1 to last. But if I take argv of 1, argv of 2, how it is going to be acted? Let us see here. So I will take here, just I am not going to write anything here. For example, just directly I am going to write what? I am going to write print of argv of 0. Oh, sorry, 0 already file name. So that I will take what? 1, 2, for example, 2 and 3. 3 arguments I will take. And if you want to print each and everything individually also, we can print here. How many variables I'm going to take here? 3. So I will take, consider only 3. Okay, for example, Shiva space Rama space Prasad. It is not one argument, it is 3 arguments, because there is a space in between. So what happens? It is printed as Shiva Rama Prasad, because argv of 1 is what? Argv of 1 is Shiva. Argv of 2 is what? Rama. Argv of 3 is what? Prasad. Okay, now I will try to print some value which is not present. That is what are the indexes here? This is argv of 0, this is argv of 1, this is argv of 2, argv of 3. I will try to print one more thing. For example, I will print 4, but I will take only 3 values. Let us see what happens. Okay, here how many values? 3 values I am taking. I am trying to print 4th value. So what happens? List index out of range. What is your range? Index 0, index 1, index 2, index 3. But what we got here? At argv of 4, list index out of range. What is the range of that argv? Only up to 0 to 3. but you are going to give a index called as 4. So we are going to get a index error. Okay, that means what? If you are going to provide an index which is not within the range, then we are going to get what? Index error. Okay, now if I am going to next case I will take. This is about what? If you are going to take an index which is not present in the range. Okay, next if you are trying to take, sorry, if you are trying to access the index which is not in the range index by using the slice operator. Here I have not used slice operator. Here just I have taken directly the index here. ARGV of 4 I have taken. But now I will take with a slice operator. That means, for example, here I will take directly 1 to 5 I will take. Is 5 is there in my list? It is not there. Then what happens? Let us see here. I will take this one as in, I will comment these things. Only one line I am going to take, that is what? ARGV of 1 to 5. But I will take how many parameters? I will take 3 parameters only. Same example I will take. Then what happens? It is not going to give you any error. The reason is, if the in a slice operator, if the end value is not there, 5 is not there, up to the range, whatever the indexes we are having, until that it will print. That means what? Until 3 we are having, so that up to 3 it is going to print the values. If 5 is not there also, no problem, it is not going to give you any error. So this is about command line arguments. So we can perform any program, but mainly here I have discussed what are the points that has to be discussed for these command line arguments. So if you want to perform addition of two numbers or concatenation, let us take one more example for this one. I want to concatenate. Okay, I want to concatenate the two strings. Okay, which are taking here, or I want to add two values. So ARGV of 1 plus ARGV of 2, for example. So here what happens? It is going to take, it is going to concatenate. So for example, I will take 10 and 20. So what is the answer here? You may think that the answer will be 30, but answer will be what? 1020. Reason is what? Reason is 1020 by default will be taken as strings. So if I concatenate strings, we are going to get what? 1020. So it is 1020, sir. If I want to get an addition of two numbers, then what I have to do? Just what we can say, convert it into int type. So int. In the same way, convert this one also into int type. Then we are going to get what? Right. We are going to get the output as 30. So output is what? 30. Okay. Now, one point I have missed, that is, sir, you have taken here Shiva Rama Prasad. Why it is going to consider it as a 3 different arguments? I want it as a single argument, but I need spaces in between. Now what we have to do? Let us see. So same example I am going to consider. This one I am going to print. Okay, 1 minute. Okay, I want to consider it as only single parameter, as a single argument. Okay, anyway, this is a comment. Okay, right. Only this line will be executed. Only one line will be executed. That is what? Print of ARGV. Now see, I will try to print this one. What happens here? Sorry. Okay, 1 minute. ARGV of 1. I will save this one. So what it is going to print? It is going to print only Shiva, but I want to print what? Shivaram Prasad. So it is going to consider this one as what? This is one argument, this is one argument, this is one argument. So if we want to consider any argument with spaces, then compulsory we have to take it with some quotes. Let us try with single quotes first. Then you can understand, you can remember this point. Will it works or not? Let us see. So it is not working. It is going to consider as what? This space is again separator. So it is not working. Let us try with two double quotes. Sorry, double quotes. So let us check. So here it is printing. That means what? If you want to take space in between a string, then I have to go for double quotes, or I will try for with triple quotes also, triple single quotes. Okay, let us see. Okay, so again it is if I try to with three single quotes also, it is not working. Let us try with three double quotes. Okay, three double quotes. So it is working. That means if you want to take space in between your argument which is passed in command line, so that you have to consider double quotes. It may be double quotes or triple double quotes also we can consider. So this is about your command line arguments. So to find the length of the command line arguments, how many arguments we have taken, for that we are having a method called as len. So it is nothing but already we have seen in our list. Okay, right. This is about command line arguments. Now let us see about what we can say. So briefly, I will tell you what are the points we have discussed here about command line arguments. So first point is what is ARGV? ARGV. If you want to store any command line arguments, I have to use a list called as ARGV. Where it is present? It is present in a module called as sys module. Second point. Okay. Where? In sys module. So ARGV is what? ARGV is a list. Okay. Next. So by default, everything is going to be stored in which type? str type. So what is the first argument that is going to be stored in ARGV? That is ARGV of 0 is what? File name of your program. Okay. If you don't require this file name, generally we won't require this file name. So that we are going to consider the values from ARGV of 1. Okay. Next, if you want to consider a space inside your argument which is passed to the command from command line, then we have to enclose with what? Double quotes, or we can consider three double quotes also, no problem. Okay, so this is about your command line arguments. Okay, so only is there in this way. There are two more ways also we are having to take from the command line arguments, but this is a basic way, so that I have explained only this way. Okay, one is by using the get op we are having, otherwise arg parse we are having, but no need of seeing those things because this is the basic thing which is generally used. So what are those? Arg parse, and also one more thing, that is get opt. Okay, in this way also we can pass the command line arguments. Okay, thank you.